The following is a special presentation of Extreme eSpeed TV, your new home for everything iRacing and eSpeed.
Hello race fans and welcome to the Extreme eSpeed TV Pro Late Model Dirt Series, back in action tonight here from the dirt track at Charlotte as we have the Lee Sheets Memorial coming back at you here after a summer break of action. I am Travis Piercefield with Extreme eSpeed TV, as always joined by with Adam Johnson, and we are back here at Charlotte. Thank you for tuning in. We've got 10 cars here unloaded as of right now, and we have about 8 more minutes here before our Houston Guttering time trials. But it is great to be back here in action with you on Extreme eSpeed TV. So you can see Kendrick Hicks out there on the track. He's currently 9th fastest here in this practice session. Brandon Marlowe also out on the track right now. He's 8th fastest, just ahead. So there's 2 cars out there on the track right now. There's that 37 of Brandon Marlowe. So it looks like 11 cars here as Tater Williams is now unloaded as well. We'll bring up those best times here in this practice session. So Dylan Perry atop the point standings, also atop the practice times right now, a 14:37. Brandon Bender second, 14:39. Jacob Lassiter third fastest, a 14:40. As Adam Johnson slides on into the booth here. Great to be back and see you back here. And it's your birthday, Adam, so happy birthday here from Charlotte.
It is. Got my birthday suit on, and I am ready for some amazing action once again in the Pro Late Model Dirt Series. And kind of, we had to warm up the vocal cords. We had to kind of find our seats again and get kind of plugged back, because it is the first time we're back in action in quite some time. And I'll tell you what, if you've missed out on any action this season, if you're just trying to play catch up as we are, we do want to let you know, Dylan Perry, not breaking much news here, he is still your championship point standings leader with 1,508. He's got 9 wins on the season, but he does have some boys that are trying to track him down right now. Brandon Marlowe and Brandon Combs, each within the distance, if they can pick up a few more wins as this season closes out. But really, we've seen Dylan Perry, and obviously he's looking really good right now in the practice sessions. So it's a tall task, quite honestly, but there's been a lot of big wins for Brandon Combs. He's got 4 on the season, 10 of those top 5s total. So there's a lot for him, and I think we're kind of getting back into the swing of things and realizing that, man, we are really at the home stretch at this point, and it is going to be kind of a grind to end the season. We've got some racing action tonight. We've got a couple back-to-back next week. So as you get a look at the beautiful sunset hitting the dirt track at Charlotte, it is good to be back. And if you've got some comments for us, we have the Facebook page open too. Let us know kind of where you're watching from, and it's going to be a pretty good night tonight.
And not only are we back in action tonight, Adam, but next week we are going to Eldora for 2 nights. It all starts on Thursday with the Wayne Piercefield Tuesday night action from Eldora, and then of course the big one, 100 laps around Eldora next Wednesday night. So a couple nights of great racing action continue. We'll then look to wrap up racing in August, and then a couple weeks in September we'll be crowning a champion, as it looks like Dylan Perry looking to claim another championship. It's not over yet, but he is looking to continue his season and continue his hot streak, which is now going on about 3 seasons, Adam.
Yeah, and it's just been amazing to watch the consistency. You can tell he's been getting better each year, but it's just consistently he looks so smooth out there. And I think we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the growth we've seen from all the other drivers. We spend a lot of time talking about Dylan Perry and where he kind of leads in the point standings. But we also want to look at Brandon Marlowe, the strides he's made. Brandon Combs, the strides he's made, and I'd be remiss also if I didn't mention the Rookie of the Year standings. Kenny Haight, been really fun to watch him. Get in here. He's got a win this season. You got Kendrick Hicks, Tyler Benefield. I mean, my goodness, there's a lot of talent that for the next several years here, it's only getting stronger in the Pro Late Model Dirt Series, and getting to look at one of our former champions, Tater Williams, running out there.
As Houston Guttering time trials underway, Tater Williams, one of the first cars out there in the 182. Also out on the track is that 37 of Brandon Marlowe.
That's right, Brandon Marlowe out there joining us from Benton, Missouri with Hot Labs Heroes Racing, Tintec Seamless Guttering, and Crow Trucking with that capital race car and custom race engine on the inside. 17 top 5s on the season, or in his career rather.
So Brandon Marlowe atop the charts of 14.54, just edging Tater Williams of 14.65. As Marlowe will come to a close, and Adam, we've got the 64 out there now.
Yep, Kendrick Hicks, one of our rookies, joining from Willard, Kentucky, with Econocool, Shane Bailey Racing, Bernie Racing Solutions, Michael Boggs Photography, and AC Custom Graphics. He's got that Sports by SPR chassis and Hendren race engine. He's got 8 top 10s on the season and 11 starts. Also out there, looks like Brandon Bender just ran some laps. Bender, one of our OG drivers from Minford, Ohio, with B&B Bates and Combs Cuts. Got that Rocket XR1 chassis and Clemens Racing engine. 20 top 5s in his career. And it's Bender putting down the fastest time with a 14.5 flat. And just behind him, Marlowe at 14.54. Then Williams and Hicks following the lead there.
So Bender shoots to the top of the charts. He, of course, is the Minfield, Ohio native in that 22 machine. As we wait for our next group of drivers, and it looks like Josh Van Weston is going to be a part of that group.
Yep, Josh Van Weston joining us from Harrisburg, South Dakota with FRC Motorsports. Got that FCR chassis and FRC. And
also out on the tracks, that 51 of Jacob Lassiter, longtime member of the series. He's from Dresden, Tennessee. Team Hot Lap Heroes, Larson Logistics, Crow Trucking, Tintec. It's a Rayburn race car. As he's currently 6th fastest out there, a 14.81. Van Weston just ahead of him in 5th with a 14.75.
Then rolling out there right now will be the one of Colin Voiles from Decatur, Illinois. He's got Trimby & Sons Concrete, Building Systems of Illinois, a Rich DPC, Vortex Wraps, and Logitech. That Longhorn chassis and Vic Hill race engine. 2 top 5s in his Pro Late Model Dirt Series career and 68 starts.
Also out there is our points leader. It's Dylan Perry from Ringgold, Georgia. That's an Evans Air Conditioning, Extreme eSpeed TV, Piercefield Media Group, CVR Race Car, a Rapid Race Graphics, Lickum and Stickum Signs, CVR Race Car. As Dylan Perry will shoot up to third fastest, Colin Voiles in sixth of 1474 as Dylan Perry looks to improve on that third fastest lap. Perry will improve his time lap to 14:58, but just off the pace of Bender and Marlowe.
Yeah, both Brandon's kind of chasing Perry, but they're in front right now when it comes to qualifying. And out there on the track now, the 69 machine of Aiden Young joining us from Dalton, New Hampshire, once again with Young Gun Creations, the farmyard store and Gambler Motorsports. Got that Longhorn chassis and RPM racing engine. One win in his Pro Late Model Dirt Series career.
Also on the track is that 3 of the directorates, Cody Early from Greenville, Tennessee. That's a Bass Pro Shops, Schaefer's Racing Oil, Hoosier Racing Tires, Oakley Sunglasses, Bowman Designs. It's a Vic Hill Racing engine under the hood of that number 3 Hooters machine. As Cody Early will end up 8th fastest, Aiden Young 9th, and that leaves just 1.
That's right. Brandon Combs heading out there now. One of our OG drivers from Cincinnati, Ohio. Super Dirt Car Series, Chip Bangers Racing, B&B Custom Baits, Combs Cuts, among many other partners. Very popular guy with his big pimpin' race car by Perry chassis and Phantom Race engine. He's got 6 career Pro Late Model Dirt Series wins and 60 starts. We'll see what he can put down.
Combs 11th fastest his first lap, obviously looking to improve on that. Makes his way out of turn number 4. Improve he will up to 6th fastest, a 1472, just behind Kendrick Hicks. And just like that, Houston Guttering time trials come to an end. Brandon Bender is going to be your fast time. Just besting Brandon Marlowe, Dylan Perry, Tater Williams, and Brandon Combs. And just like that, Adam, we should be moving into racing action with our carrier heat races. 11 cars, we'll see how many we put in each heat race here. As we will wrap up and we will move on to carrier heat race number 1.
And carrier heat race number 1 will be led by Brandon Bender and Dylan Perry on the front row. Behind them, Brandon Combs and Colin Voiles, and they're sandwiched between the final 2 of Cody Early and Jacob Lassiter.
So 2 by 2 we're lined up here at Charlotte. It's going to be Brandon Bender, Dylan Perry. First of 2 carrier heat races here tonight, as this should set that inside row. Bender, Dylan Perry, side by side. Green flag waves at Charlotte, and we're racing here in carrier heat race number 1.
Yeah, and it's a pretty tight start right there, nose to nose. Ooh, a little bit of a brush there. So it looked like, the 28 of Combs, but he recovers well. Inside lane there for Bender. Perry smoothing on the outside right now. We are 1 lap in. Bender just by a nose.
Bender using that inside line. Dylan Perry trying to use that outside line for momentum. Unable to make the pass as of yet as he gets to that right rear of the 22. They'll cross over down the front stretch as Dylan Perry now looks down to the inside. Colin Voiles now under attack by Brandon Combs. That's a battle for third.
Man, this is some fun racing right here. I like the way Bender's kind of holding off Perry. They've kind of switched a little bit. Perry now on the low side of this for the moment, and it's got to be a little aggressive when you're racing Perry. So it's working right now for Bender, but you're right. There's a lot of good action in the middle of the pack as well.
So Bender leads, as you can see. They single file it out, first through fourth, all in a cluster as Bender continues to lead. He's going to hold off Perry here as we're halfway, 4 to go.
Halfway through.
So Bender leads, coming to 2 laps to go. Dylan Perry's trying to track him down. So white flag will wave this time by. Bender will take it. Him and Perry have broken away, the front 2 out front. That inside line's been the preferred line here during this carrier heat race. Dylan Perry, though, is going to give it one more try through 3 and 4. He looks. He'll run out of time. It's Brandon Bender, your winner. Perry second. Brandon Combs in third as carrier heat race number 1 comes to a close. And we move on to carrier heat race number 2.
And carrier heat race number 2 will be led by Brandon Marlowe and Tater Williams, followed by Kendrick Hicks, Josh Van Westen, and Aiden Young.
And just like that, we'll get them rolled off and ready to go back to racing action. So 2 by 2, they make their way through 3 and 4. Green flag waves. We're back to racing action. 8 more laps here in carrier race number 2. This will set the field for that outside row in our feature event tonight. Is Tater Williams able to use that outside line? He'll pull ahead of Marlowe and now slide down in front. In the back, you've got Van Westen trying to use that outside line. So Tater Williams leads, Marlowe in second. Kendrick Hicks up into that third spot, that rookie who has performed well all season long, doing so right here again in carrier heat race number 2. Marlowe all over the back of that 182 machine. Marlowe looking to the inside of Tater Williams as they go off into turn number 3. He'll inch ahead, but that outside momentum for Tater Williams will keep the lead there. 2 laps to go.
Oh man, the series veteran showing why he's the veteran. And my goodness, Marlowe, not any slight to him as he takes another dive in there. Williams holding the outside, and we've got 1 lap to go in carrier heat race number 2.
White flag waves. Marlowe giving it one more good try here down the backstretch. Williams closes the door. Through the corner, it will be Tater Williams starting on the outside of that feature event. Marlowe second, Hicks third, Young fourth, Van Weston in fifth. And now we will move on to our last chance showdown, and they're going to line up like this.
Yeah, that's right. Cody Early, Josh Van Weston, and Jacob Laster.
So 3-car field here for 12 laps. So getting ready to go back to racing action here. Green flag waves. It's Cody Early, Josh Van Weston leading us off into turn number 1. Van Weston using that outside line. That's where he hung out most of that carrier heat race number 2. So we'll see if that experience up there will pay off as he tries to make the move on Cody Early. He will clear him and take the lead with 11 to go.
Yeah, but Cody's going to hold strong in that lower lane. Ooh, gets almost a little bump there from Lassiter, who's coming up quick right now. And they are moving around a lot for just having 3 cars on the track.
We talked about it. Lassiter, obviously a lot of experience in this league, starting at the rear of this last chance showdown. So not the way his night wanted to begin, but now you've got all 3 transferring into the feature event, setting the lineup here, so trying to gain as much position as you can going into that feature and then resetting there for an opportunity to move up through the field, as it is Josh Van Weston, 8 to go this time by.
Yeah, they've kind of settled into their spots right now. Not too much of a difference. You get Cody Early had some speed there on the outside, but kind of gets a little bit of a bumpy ride there, and they've all got about the equidistance at the moment. Weston's starting to pull away little by little as Early kind of brushes into the wall. He'll lose that spot to Lassiter.
As this battle continues for second now, as Lassiter will look ahead to Van Weston. Van Weston has put quite the gap. It's over a second back to the second place Lassiter now. Going to be 5 laps to go this next time by, as Josh Van Weston looking to pick up a last chance showdown victory. So 4 laps to go in this Combs Cuts last chance showdown. This time by Van Weston, still a second lead. Lassiter's now got about 0.8 of a second over Cody Early. As you can see the gap between these 3 cars. Through the corner, they fit on the screen. Down the straightaway, they separate as Josh Van Weston, a dominating performance here in this last chance showdown, coming to 2 to go this time by.
Heck of a run right now we're seeing from Van Weston. You know, we saw a lot of, Jordan Van Weston in recent years, but Josh, man, it's been fun to kind of watch him in this series lately. And man, the potential of this guy, I think we're going to be saying his name a lot as we approach the final lap in the Combs Cuts last chance showdown.
Lassiter will give it one last go. He'll just run out of time, as it will be Josh Van Weston, your last chance showdown winner. Jacob Lassiter second, Cody Early in third. And just like that, we will head to our warm-up session and pre-race festivities. With that going on here at the track, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we will have pre-race festivities from Charlotte.
Dyer Trucking in Mohawk, Tennessee is family owned and operated, and their main goal is to always please their customers and deliver their freight in a timely manner. If you need it hauled and you're in East Tennessee, the number you need is 423-393-4229. That's 423-393-4229. Dyer Trucking's also on Facebook. Pick up the phone and give Brad and his family a call today. Dyer Trucking. If you need it, they can get it. Find them on Facebook.
Welcome back to the dirt race at Charlotte. We're wasting no time here as the director's moving us through this night straight to our 50-lap feature event. They're going to line up like this.
Oh yeah, Brandon Bender and Tater Williams on your front row. Row 2 will be Dylan Perry and Brandon Marlowe. Row 3 of Brandon Combs and Kendrick Hicks. Row 4, Colin Boyles and Aiden Young, with row 5 being Josh Van Westen and Jacob Laster. And last but certainly not least, our race director and promoter, Cody Early, starting 11th.
So just like that, we're lined up, ready to go. Tater Williams, Brandon Bender, our two carrier heat race winners, will lead us off to the green flag. Coming out of turn number 4, green flag will wave this time by. And we are racing from Charlotte, 50 laps in this year's Lee Sheets Memorial from Charlotte.
Man, always a really fun race. And man, these boys are going to put on a show tonight as they are kind of, checking up a little bit. They're getting a feel for what's around them. Just 11 cars, but I'll tell you what, it can fill up quickly here at the dirt track at Charlotte. We get a beautiful view from the drone there. Little brother Andy doing his best right now, shaking off the rust. Ooh, a little bit of movement there in the bottom. And this is a nice angle. This is actually from cousin Joseph. And man, they're starting to find their groove. Ooh, a little bit of a checkup there. Marlowe gets around Perry. Perry takes it back.
Perry will hold on to that third position, but saw him trying to make that inside line work. Tater Williams was able to clear him for that second spot. Marlowe went on the attack there for a moment, is out front, the front two. A little gap there on the third place for now as we get spread out. 11 cars here in this one tonight. So we'll see how this one goes. And there it is, the yellow flag waves. Not seeing exactly, possibly Colin Boyles, there it is. Colin Boyles having some problems there with the right side of his car, as it looks like he'll head off into that work area. Oh, and there goes the tire.
Oh. Man, and we had some good run right there. About 10% of the way through this race already, and they were really starting to get, I'd say, settled in as the sky starts to darken up. I think we'll avoid some rain, but keeping the sun out of their eyes as the sun sets. Here, a beautiful night for racing. The lights are on. We'll get restacked. Shouldn't take them too long. You see the lights still on the pace truck.
So they'll get lined back up 5 laps into this 50-lap Lee Sheets Memorial here. Brandon Bender started on the pole. He was able to hold on to that lead. Tater Williams will restart right where he started there on that outside row. So thanks for tuning in here from Charlotte tonight. We've been here through this one. A YouTube glitch apparently held you from seeing it, but we have racing action on the track. We have Brandon Bender leading, Tater Williams in second. They were our carrier heat race winners. We had Josh Van Westen. He won our last chance showdown. As we're 5 laps into this one, Colin Voiles' caution brought us here to this point as we go back green, lap number 6 of 50 in the Lee Sheets Memorial here from Charlotte.
Yeah, good to be back with you as Williams overtakes Perry once again. The defending champions trading blows right now as we are 7 laps in. Bender needing this one desperately for points.
Bender holding onto that lead over Tater Williams. They've got even a bigger gap now over Dylan Perry, and Dylan Perry's under attack by Brandon Marlowe. He'll slide job up through 2, take over that 3rd spot as Dylan Perry battles back on the inside.
Oh man, a lot of movement right now. Just 11 cars on the track if you're keeping up tonight, but I'll tell you what, that space gets pretty limited and pretty tight when they're playing pretty loose right now. You almost have, more room for error when you have fewer cars. Ooh, a little check up there. Marlowe getting in front of Hicks, and man, they are not giving up space right now.
Is out front, Tater Williams looking to the outside. He'll cross it over on the exit to the inside of the 22 as he'll go to the inside through 3 and 4. He'll have the lead as they enter.
Man, look at that outside lane. Williams taking it. Bender, though, he's trying to get that bottom line to work. Can he hold on, or is it going to be yes? Tater Williams sneaking just back in front, and we may see that kind of crisscross action many more times tonight as we are 12 laps down.
So Bender back into the lead while they battled up front. Tater Williams looks back to the inside. That allowed Dylan Perry and Brandon Marlowe to close that gap, as now the 3rd and 4th place car right there behind the leaders. Great racing here at Charlotte tonight as we work lap number 13 of 50. Tater Williams, Brandon Bender back and forth for the lead.
Man, and they are making it look a lot easier than it is. You got to keep your composure. You got to kind of remember, there's tire wear here. There's a lot of factors at play, so you can't just run the exact same lap every single time. And I know those guys can feel it in their car how it's changing. If you kind of follow along, there's some bumps in that track. So of all the tracks we go to, this one is by far not the smoothest.
Well, I'm thinking about the 50 laps of this one, Adam. You've got Dylan Perry there riding along in 3rd. You've had Tater Williams, Brandon Bender since the restart go 10 hot laps at each other. You've got to wonder if Dylan Perry's conserving those tires to be able to pounce on the 2 in front of him as we reach that 50-lap mark.
Yeah, I'm always trying to follow the strategy of Dylan Perry, and you're right, it doesn't feel like he's pushing 100% yet, which, would kind of stress me out if I am a guy who is pushing 100% and I'm still barely either getting by Perry or barely keeping up with him. So we shall see what takes place here. A lot of racing still to go as Perry jumps in front of Bender, and it switches once again back again.
So Tater Williams able to put some space between he and Dylan Perry now. Brandon Bender back to the 3rd spot. And now Marlowe looking to the inside of Bender. Bender's under attack now. Not only does he have Marlowe to his inside, but he's got the 28 of Brandon Combs all over the back of him now. Marlowe to the inside, still unable to close, is up front. Dylan Perry's looking to the inside of Tater Williams. As mentioned, I don't think he's pressing it yet, as Tater Williams was able to separate again. But behind them, things are heating up. Marlowe, Bender, and Combs continue to battle back there for that third position.
Yes, they do, and the guys are starting to get settled in now. We're already approaching halfway through this race. One of our favorites right here, the Lee Red Sheets Memorial at the dirt track at Charlotte here on August 14th.
So great racing action. You see the front two out front. Three-way battle, now a four-car battle there for the third position. Dylan Perry still on the back of that 182, unable to make a move as you see Marlowe, Combs, and Bender now. It's Combs up as there's a pass for the lead. Tater Williams will hold on as Dylan Perry now falls back behind him through 1 and 2. Tater Williams holding off Dylan Perry. Dylan Perry running that middle line there through 3 and 4. Tater Williams all the way up on the cushion, almost to the wall.
And push that cushion he will, as you see Perry and Williams. How many times have we said those two names back to back? Seen them side by side, racing for wins. We've seen it go both ways. And I'm telling you, with 24 laps remaining, we may be seeing another photo finish between these two. So settle in, folks, here on Extreme eSpeed TV. We're glad you're here with us once again. It's been a great night of racing, and it's about to, it's about to get real girthy right now with some great action.
So the front two have been able to break away. Dylan Perry all over the back of that 182 now. Brandon Combs has settled into that third spot as he's been able to separate. Caution flags out. It looks like it's for Cody Early as he's slow. We'll take a look at that replay. Ooh, in the wall there on the front stretch into turn number 1, as that will bring out our second caution of the night as he goes into the work area. Tater Williams our leader, Dylan Perry in second. We've crossed that halfway mark, only 23 laps to go now.
Yeah, 23, and man, these have kind of flown by, and you see, I think these guys are really starting to get in their groove. And with the 50-lap race, I don't think you're going to see as much tire wear as we've seen with our 75 or 100 lappers. So I think these guys can push pretty hard, and I think you'll see that in those last 12 laps. So we're not too far away from this really getting even more interesting.
So Dylan Perry, Tater Williams will line up side by side. As you mentioned, Adam, this is a battle that we've seen repeatedly here in the Extreme eSpeed TV Pro Late Model Dirt Series. So 2 by 2, we're lined up ready to go. 23 laps to go. Tater Williams looking to hold off Dylan Perry for a victory here in the series as they break away. It's Combs and Marlowe behind them as things heat back up here at Charlotte. Dylan Perry will throw it in there deep. Tater Williams able to cross him over, and Marlowe will look to the inside down the backstretch as well. As a big move by Dylan Perry there in 1 and 2 with 21 laps to go. He's all over the back of the 82 as they head off into 1 again. He'll try it again, slide up across that 182, and he'll cross him back over down the backstretch.
Oh man, he almost got caught there by Marlowe in the back quarter panel, but these boys are racing for a podium right now, and all three of them want that top spot.
Looks like Brandon Bender in the wall behind them. It's looking like he is going to get off the track into the work area here. So no caution as of yet as we're coming to 18 laps to go. 3-car battle for the lead off of 4.
Man, if we can get another finish like that, 3 wide for the win. And man, Dylan Perry rocketing through there. Now he's starting to push. It's Tater Williams taking it back. And like we've said many times this season, it's going to come down to a Williams and Perry moment. Oh, caution comes out.
So caution comes out. It looks like it is Brandon Bender, as he's in the work area. And I believe Dylan Perry is the leader.
So, pace truck lights should be coming off pretty soon. And we have got another classic Pro Late Model Dirt Series shootout here on Extreme eSpeed TV.
So you can see the car's getting ready to go. We're down to 18 laps to go here in this 50-lap Lee Red Sheets Memorial.
So going back to green here in a moment. Sky starting to darken up, but we should have the rain at bay here at the dirt track at Charlotte. We can finish this one in the near future.
As they catch up to that pace truck.
They're all stacked back up together. Looks like they're in the correct restarting order, and we should be good to go here with less than 20 laps remaining in tonight's Lee Red Sheets Memorial at the dirt track at Charlotte.
Green flag waves. We're back to racing action. 17 laps to go here from Charlotte. Dylan Perry makes another move for the lead out front. Tater Williams will again cross him over down the backstretch. Oh, they make contact, headed off into turn number 3, as that allows Brandon Combs and Brandon Marlowe to close that gap. And don't look now, but that 64 Kendrick Hicks is now up into that 5th position. He's looking to the inside of Marlowe as Tater Williams, Dylan Perry continue to battle side by side for the lead.
I know you told me not to look, but I'm watching right now, Travis, and with 15 laps to go, this might be one of our best finishes of the season, and what better time than when we've come back after a month plus off, and these boys, you can tell they've been chomping at the bit to get out there. Single file right now, but I don't imagine it'll stay that way.
Through 1 and 2, 14 laps to go. Tater Williams, Dylan Perry, Brandon Combs. A bunch of wins as of late in those front 3 as they do battle. Brandon Marlowe watching on from 4th. Lucky number 13 laps to go here as they continue to go nose to tail through 1 and 2.
And who's going to be the lucky one hoisting the trophy tonight? Dylan Perry, sharp turn as he cuts it down to the inside. He's just on the inside. If it ended right there, it'd be Williams taking the checkered, but alas, 12 laps to go. Still plenty of time for the defending champ, back-to-back champ, get the former champion.
Coming to 11 laps to go this time by the laps are clicking off now. Is Tater Williams able to keep that gap? It's about 0.2 of a second over Dylan Perry. Slight contact there with the wall off of 2 as Combs right behind that P7 machine for second.
Ten to go. Let's get it started tonight, and I'll tell you what, it is going to be a crazy finish. You even see Hicks and Boyles trading spots. I mean, there's guys trying to get a top 5 finish as well. So right now, the power hitters of Williams, Perry, and Combs are putting on a show, but don't count out Lassiter and Marlowe. Lassiter He was one of our Combs Cuts last chance showdown drivers, and he's slowly climbing his way up. He's a hard charger, up 6 spots from where he started.
That's a Buttkicker hard charger there on his way here with only 8 laps to go. Front 3 continue to do battle. As we quickly look back, Cody Early, Aiden Young, Colin Voiles. That's a battle for 7th. Oh, as Cody Early will get back to that 1C machine for a moment. As we go back up front, nose to tail, Tater Williams, Dylan Perry, Brandon Combs continue to battle for the top 3. And don't look now, Jacob Lassiter up into the 4th spot. He's running down those front 3.
That's right. Hard charger could get up into a podium finish if he can track down Brandon Combs. But right now, all eyes of these fans, a sold-out crowd at the dirt track at Charlotte, they are watching Dylan Perry, seeing if he can do what he's done so many times before, overtake the leader in the final moments.
So Dylan Perry looking to make the move. He's got Combs behind him, Tater Williams up ahead. Tater Williams looking to just run his line to the finish here. 4 laps to go here at Charlotte. He's got Dylan Perry all over his rear, and Brandon Combs not far behind.
But wait, there's more. 3 laps to go. If we can stay caution-free, this might be a crazy finish, folks, as Williams, you can tell, white-knuckle driving this entire thing right now. Perry may have him right where he wants him. We're about to find out. 2 laps to go.
Tater Williams continues to lead, holding off the P7. We're getting to the point now where we're going to see what Dylan Perry has up his sleeve as he rides that left rear corner panel of Tater Williams to the white flag. 1 to go.
1 to go. It's going to take one more drastic move right here from Perry. Does he have enough in the tank? We'll find out right now.
They both go down to the inside through 3 and 4 as Van Westen's up ahead, but it will be Tater Williams at the line. Dylan Perry 2nd. Brandon Combs in 3rd. What a finish as Tater Williams will hold off Dylan Perry for the win here at Charlotte. Big victory for that 182 machine and Tater Williams.
Man, this is just another classic battle between Williams and Perry. You know, I think we take these for granted, but man, these are treats to watch, and we just saw another one unfold.
As we will talk to those top 3 finishers here from Charlotte tonight. As we will bring up Tater Williams. As we will throw it over to Adam Johnson, who's got our 2nd place finisher. It's Dylan Perry.
That's right, Dylan. You know, we were just talking on the broadcast. This was yet another example of a classic back and forth dramatic finish between you and Tater Williams. How'd it feel to be doing another one of those tonight?
It felt like we never missed a beat.
Man, and you didn't. And I'll tell you what, you guys were kind of, you know, pacing that way the entire race. Did you know, with only 50 laps, was there a lot of tire wear? Was there a lot of track, you know, changed for the course of this one, or was it kind of you're able to run as hard as you'd like the entire race?
The track didn't change too much. We probably may have saved a little bit of tire for like 5 or 10 laps, but after that, it was just let it all hang out and see what you had for the last about 5 laps.
Well, you know, this was the fun one right here. We come back to the dirt track at Charlotte every year, and what makes this one kind of unique, you know, only 3 cautions, so it gave you guys a lot of room, you know, 11 cars on the track, so it wasn't exactly the most jam-packed field, but what made this this track so fun to race tonight?
I think because it kind of moved around pretty quick, where you made one lap at the bottom be really good, and the next lap at the top may be better. It just kind of, it would hop around a whole lot throughout the night. So in my opinion, I think that's what made it a little better than normal.
Awesome. Well, before we let you go, congrats on another strong finish, and want to give you a chance to shout out those partners.
Yeah, first and foremost, Andy Piercefield and his whole family for everything that they do on and off the racetrack, whether it's in real life or on here, just everything that they all do. I don't think I could ever thank them enough. You guys over at Extreme eSpeed, Evans Air Conditioning, I'm drawing a blank, Piercefield Media Group, CBR Race Cars, Rapid Race Graphics, Lickman Stickum Sons and Designs, Harrison Automotive, CB Used Cars and Parts, SHP, DPR, Coyote Media, Goat Farm Policy, FHP, all the guys over at Chip Bangers Racing, Combs Cuts, B&B, Custom Baits, BPRC, just everybody that helps me week in and week out. I definitely couldn't do it without them, and I don't think I could ever thank them enough.
All right. Well, congrats again, and hopefully we'll be talking to you again soon.
Hopefully so.
Is that his second place, Dylan Perry, now joining us up in the booth as our third place finisher. It's Brandon Combs. Brandon, walk us through there. You were part of that mid-pack battle, and then there at the end you were able to close the gap and battle for the front two for a victory.
Yeah, I was trying. I don't know what anyone could have done to get around Tater. It was definitely train racing. But you'll have that, though, when there wasn't many cars showing up, unfortunately, which kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Cody did the best he could with trying to get us to try to run this track in as much as we could during hot laps. So none of his fault there. It just sucks that didn't have enough cars to try to get this track worn out enough to where it was a little bit more racy. But yeah, I'm happy with the third place finish behind Tater and Perry because they can definitely wheel it around this joint and definitely know how to get around here pretty good.
Well, when you have a track like this and you're running that third spot, you're really hoping for maybe a mistake or something with the front two up there. But when it's Tater Williams and Dylan Perry who make so few mistakes, when you were riding there in third, what was your strategy and what were you looking for as maybe an opening of a door for you to make a move on them up ahead?
Just hoping Perry would have started throwing some sliders or something on him and Tater to try to get him to slow up a little bit, and I was trying to be able to keep my momentum up and sneak on in there and sneak on by him, but it didn't happen. But it is what it is. I know Tater was really fast and Perry was really fast, and I think they were pretty content with what they had and just kind of content with running first and second. If they felt like a spot or two, I don't think it really would have made a big deal to them. But yeah, I mean, to have Chip Bangers racing 1, 2, 3 again, can't ask for any more outside of a team aspect for CBR.
Well, congratulations on the podium finish, Brandon. Who are those people and those sponsors you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, just got to give a shout out to Chip Bangers Racing, FHP Consultant, GFP, Zero FG, B&B Custom Baits, Big Pimpin' Race Cars, EPR, Perry for the wrap. You guys are putting these sponsors on. I got to say a big thanks to Gene Reynolds with Super Dark Car Series for coming on board, and just got to say thanks to all the guys behind the scenes with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series for giving us a place to come race at, and it was some fun.
Well, congratulations, Brandon. We look forward to seeing you next week at Eldora.
Yeah, man, thank you. It was nice seeing you guys, and it's great to get back out on track.
That is Brandon Combs, our third place finisher tonight. Now we'll throw it over to Victory Lane. Adam Johnson has our winner, Tater Williams.
That's right, Tater. You know, it was another one of the many epic battles between you and Dylan Perry. And how'd it feel going through another one of those?
It didn't feel no different than normal, that's for sure. I knew he was right on my tail the entire time, and I was just trying to stay smooth and keep the car out of the wall and keep it straight and hope to hold him behind me.
Did you feel at any point was there confidence? Because, you know, we've seen it many times where, you know, a driver like Dylan Perry, they kind of wait in the weeds, they wait till the very end, they're almost saving a little something. But, I mean, you continually kind of had the edge tonight, really all night. And so did you ever have a moment where you felt confident, or are you always in the back of your mind like, man, do they have something I don't know about?
Well, when you're out front, you're just a sitting duck anyway, but I felt like I was running consistent laps, but I just felt slow. I didn't really know what to do or where to go or anything like that. So I don't know. I'm just happy I beat him.
Yeah. So it sounds like, I mean, not to speak for you, but do you feel like, you know, the 50 laps might have been the right amount for the way your car was tonight, rather than, you know, if this was a 75 lap event?
Oh well, if it was 75 or 100, I wouldn't have pushed as hard and saved some tire. But I just kind of had it in my mind to go from the start, and it ended up working out for me.
Did it feel good to be back out there with the Pro Late Model Dirt Series?
It did. I was kind of kicking myself when I let one get away from me at Lernerville a few weeks or months back. It's been so long. I haven't sat in a seat in a while, so it feels good to get back.
Awesome. Well, it doesn't to the naked eye, it doesn't look like you missed a beat at all. And before we let you go, I want to give you a chance to shout out any partners or folks.
I got to thank Andy Piercefield for all he's done for me. I appreciate it a lot. And just all the guys. There's too many of them to name. Got to thank Perry, of course. He's a big one. Combs, both of them. They've helped me a lot over the couple years that we've been together, and you guys for giving us a place to be watched, and Cody for giving us a nice league to run in every week.
Awesome. Well, congrats again, Tater, on the big win, and hopefully we get to have you up in the booth and talk to you again soon.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys.
And just like that, our return this summer as we close out summer comes to a close with Tater Williams, your winner in the Lee Sheets Memorial here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Tater Williams, your winner over Dylan Perry, Brandon Combs, Jacob Lassiter, and Brandon Marlowe, your top 5 finishers. We will be back next Tuesday night from Eldora. That will be for the Wayne Piercefield Classic. So make sure you tune in. I will be there along with Adam Johnson. As always, congratulations to Tater Williams, the winner tonight here at Charlotte. We look forward to seeing you at a racetrack soon.
This copyrighted broadcast of Extreme eSpeed TV Network is intended solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without express written consent of the Extreme eSpeed TV Network is strictly prohibited. We hope you've enjoyed this broadcast.